Hello, everyone. It's Tracy, and I'm here for an update. See my little playful hats. I'm super excited for today, and I wanted to talk about a little bit of pivot power. I wrote a little poem on my update and just talk about playfulness is a powerful thing. So, in my update in your take today, I hope this helps you. Thank you so much for your support, and thank you for everything that everyone is doing. I had a great day yesterday, very tired, but I welcome and have gratitude of having a bed to sleep in, and having that time to be able to rest when needed. So, in this, I'm going to read my poem, The Pivot of Power. When storms arise and shadows fall and questions echo off every wall, you do you sway or do you stand tall? Do you hide or heed the battle's call? Strength isn't born in ease or calm, but carved in fire, a fearless palm. I do not waver, I do not flee. The Wonder Woman inside of me. When pivoting through baffled days, I choose to slay, not lose my way. For struggle isn't here to stay. Things come and go like wind and clay. I am more than a conqueror, a victor inside. In moments unclear, I do not hide. My roots run deep, I will not bend. The strength within me does not end. I stand unyielding, forged by flame, not chasing glory, not seeking fame, but knowing in the dark I shine, a radiant force, a power divine. I am love, a blazing light, set in the center of darkest night. No shadow stronger than my soul, no crack that can consume me whole. Wonder Woman fought with grace, confidence lit her face. She raised her bands, deflecting fear. With every bullet drew near. So I rise with warrior pose. I silence doubt. I mute the noise. This is my pivot, my sacred fight. I bend toward courage, toward the light. You got this. More than words or might. Your strength is loud, your heart is right. So when chaos dares to sway, you slay, you rise, you find your way. That is what I feel. And playfulness is power, often looking overlooked for navigation, navigating life's challenges, right? It's not about ignoring the struggle, but about shifting your perspective. So in my notes today, I kind of wrote a couple of things down to lighten the emotional load that you might be going through. When you approach life with a playful spirit, you allow yourself to be curious instead of critical, creative instead of confined, resilient instead of rigid. Being playful doesn't mean being irresponsible. It means staying open and adaptive and willing to find joy in chaos. You can be uh, playful at laughing at little mishaps. I do it like Monday was insane. Like I had to laugh about what happened. Just trying to get out the door was ridiculous, but it was a mini adventure that morning, mini Monday adventure, and I just danced along the way, right? So, and then you can dance in your kitchen, you can dance while you're mopping, you can, you know, find a little thing by choosing to respond with lightness instead of stress definitely helps. And in the face of struggle, you ask yourself, how can I make this fun? And that one question can change the tone of your entire day. And if you listen to my podcast, uh, and I think I did speak about, alignment versus affirmations and then setting the tone. And that was my podcast this week for Advantage Point. If you didn't check that out, you can get it on Apple, Spotify, iHeart. It's on your major stations. And how can I make this fun? So it's play is not for just for kids. It's a mindset that can help you pivot with power, stay centered, and keep your energy high even when life gets you heavy. So you have, those fun things. So like my hat. This is something I wouldn't normally wear, but someone said to me, and my sister did. So thank you. And with that, it was I decided, this feels kind of playful. Not my first. I'm more like head to toe black, Maybe that's sad in some arenas, but black is power too. So whatever makes you feel confident. So, absolutely having a playful attitude creates a mental flexibility, which makes it easier to pivot during struggle. It interrupts the stress loop that we can get ourselves in. Focusing on the problem gives it strength. Okay. Anything that you focus on gives it strength. So, my advice is to give what you want to have power, power. Okay. And creating this help creating space for being calm and clarity. So there's 5 ways I want to talk about when, uh, being more playful when struggle arises and strikes. So I have 5 ways of doing it, and then I'm going to talk about being a kid, right? So we have that. And one of the things I like to say, like a movie scene. So in the culinary world, you can get pretty stressed out. But in life, we can have an email meltdown situation, right? So let's make it a kind of a funny thing where um, dramatic title like the news flash, the great email meltdown or attack of the never ending laundry. It's like, oh my goodness, kind of like Monday. I had the situation involved. I just finished laundry, and then because of what happened, it was like I had to do another load of laundry. And I was like, oh my goodness. So I just had to have humor, and it disarmed the stress and it created distance from being overwhelmed and made it easier to respond instead of react. And with the struggles that have, like um, with the adrenal glands, I have 2 masses that sit on the adrenals, and the hormones are not producing to help with the stress stuff. So with that, I have to keep it calm. So my response to stress is different. And I felt like yesterday, I felt very agitated. So I acknowledged it, and it was like, okay, this is happening. So I had to be open and just say, hey, I'm feeling agitated today. And that was important. So, you know, be aware of where you're at. So these are great. So you want to not react, which is important because then you can connect. I'm going to talk about number 3, which is a pivot song. I like to do soundtracks, so movie and soundtracks. And there's a scene in Pretty Woman where she goes into the the shop, and the women are so naughty and nasty to her, and then she comes back in and she's like, huge, big mistake, big mistake. And I love it because it's like they were just judging her on what she was wearing. And they were like, we don't have anything that will for you here. And they were just so mean to her. And she left sad. And he gave her money. And she went back in, and she was just like, psh, salt, it's just like happiness. She was like, I'll show you. And it was cool. And then, and that kind of leads into like, because you're kicking butt, right? And then to me, a Rihanna song pops in, like the lyrics of "You're like a diamond," and then Christina Aguilera lyrics of "You're beautiful in every single way," and so things kind of pop into my head, and it makes things more fun, and um, and then I can connect to whatever. So Cher comes up in my head a lot when I'm cooking. Like you can't turn back time when you're when you're cooking, like you can't add, like salt and thyme. Like you need to watch it because you can't turn back time because you're going to burn your dish or you put too much salt in. But I also like plug into like 90s rap female artists because they're to me they're power, and I really like them. So those are my movie scenes connected with number 3, which is my pivot song. I should make it number 2, um, but have a pivot song, right? And have a soundtrack, have a movie, have like that. So, and then this will also connect with uh, when I talk about in just a second when rest. But number 2, what if it's a if what if it's a game trick? Reframing the challenge as a game or mission can turn your task into a time challenge. And my voice is hoarse um, today. Give yourself points for progress. Gamifying a hard moment lightens the mental load and makes you more likely to take action. Um, I compete with myself all the time because I have a competitive behavior. And I like to see how fast I can wash the dishes, and then I'll like get excited and I'll do a little dance or something silly. Uh, or I see how fast I can do something. I'm always, because I'm a runner, so I'm like, how fast can I do this? And and I exercise. I need to I want to get back on the bike, but I need to get my calcium increased. So my game, like taking vitamins or taking supplements or taking medicine, you can make it a game instead of, oh my gosh, I have to take this prenatal vitamin that just is too big. It's like a horse pill, and or whatever. And make it fun, make it a game of, okay, I'm gonna do this, and then whatever you like to do, um, like 10 o'clock, I'm gonna eat, by 10 o'clock, I'm gonna have my breakfast. And if you don't like veggies, you can, or you want to try a new veggie, and you can challenge with a friend, a dish or something like that. Make it a game, you know. Um, so number three, have a pivot song ready, a go-to song that lifts your energy and something that makes you smile, dance, and feels like a superhero. Hit play when stress strikes. Movement and music together shift quickly and invite a sense of play. And number four, talk to yourself like a kid. Okay, and I'm about to dive into that as well a little bit further. Be encouraging and kind. The way you speak to yourself in love, right? Just do it. Make sure you do it out of love. So say things like, "Hey, superstar, we've done things like this before. Let's make this fun and knock it out together." Like you're a third party individual. Playfulness is self-talk instantly softens anxiety. You can have a whole lot of fun with this one. Now, you know, if you suffer with anxiety, totally get it. Um, a lot of people do, some are more than others. So you, and if you need to have, help in this arena, of course, talk to your, psychiatrist, psychologist, get medical help if you need it, in that sense. So, but these are just ways you can go about your day, hopefully that will help you get through those moments. Because sometimes we don't have our psychologist or psychiatrist on speed dial, that we, like we have them on, like a, that we pay them, what is it called? Like an attorney, pro bono, not pro bono, but when you have them on the side or whatever. You can have a whole lot of fun with this one. Make sure you keep it positive with words and excitement. You can take a zoo trip. So like if I'm moving slow today, I'm like, the sloth is moving faster than me to the car. And like, and I start imagining myself with the sloth head, or this, the rabbit and the hare, or the rabbit, the rabbit and the turtle, where, you know, I have to, remind myself of that fable of, okay, I might be moving slow today like a turtle, but the turtle won the race, right? The the hare thought he was always ahead. So things like that. So number five, play the 60-second reset game. Set a timer for a minute and do something silly like make faces in the mirror, jump around, blow bubbles, say tongue twisters. Um, uh, what is it? It rains in the Spain, and it rains on the plane. It rains on the plane in Spain, right? Uh, and you can do something like that, tongue twisters. It resets your nervous system and activates the playful part of your brain. It helps you breathe and smile and pivot with ease. I like this one, in comparison to the like a music chair game, like we used to play, musical chairs. And I'll do something like, I don't know, say for instance, you don't like to work out and you need to rest or something. You could do, okay, because you don't like to do it, you can do it before you sit down. So you can do hold a squat for 60 seconds, and then you go, okay, I'm going to rest for 10 minutes or whatever your time, rest time is, or 60 seconds for the squat before you put your feet up, because so like I have edema sometimes. And so I'll go, all right, I've done a lot today. Reward, like, remember, have gratitude. Okay, I was able to do this today. I need to set my feet up for 60 seconds to rest. Sometimes it's a lot longer, but like yesterday. Uh, but we're do that in 60 seconds. It's not a lot of time, but it does reset your brain, and it does help you begin to breathe. So then this time, in your in your moment, you can take that gratitude, you can pull from the gratitude, you can pull from your day, And in that 60 seconds, you can sit, rest, and have those gratitude visualization pieces. And then you get up and you feel reset, And if you're at work, close your eyes, you breathe in for 4 seconds, you hold 6 seconds, and then I like to breathe out for 4 to 6 seconds. So inhale, sometimes 6 seconds, hold, or 4 seconds. Sometimes it's nice because with a song, it's a 4 second calming beat, or 4 beat calming notes. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. And a lot of like Enya songs are more kind of like that on that beat. So find your measurement. Diving yourself, um, into your kid self. What would a kid do? Right? Sometimes I like to pull from what did I learn in kindergarten? I tell people a lot of times, I'm like, well, I had master's degree certifications, graduate certifications, but there are times where you go, don't, what did I learn in kindergarten? And this is a powerful mindset shift that instantly invites play, creativity, and emotional release. Children naturally pivot from creativity and resilience. They don't overanalyze a moment of struggle, they move through it with imagination and instinct. So let's take, I like to take 5 things, right? Because my favorite number is 5. They ask for help, and they don't hide it. They go, a child doesn't pretend to have it all together, clearly. They ask questions, seek comfort, or say, I don't get it. I don't know what you're talking about. You can do the same. Just drop that pressure, right? Let people in. Number 2, they make it a game. Kids turn everything into a play. Cleaning up toys. I remember in kindergarten, the teacher would put on a music and cut on musical chairs, turn on music, and we would have 2 minutes to put away toys. So with that, it was like, um, for 2 minutes, toys were put up, and we made cleaning up fun. So putting on socks. How can I make it this challenge a game or a small adventure, right? Number 3, they move their bodies freely. Children instinctively shake off stress. So Trinity and I used to do this thing, and we kind of still do in a way. Um, uh, Friday nights, or stress shakes, and we would just shake the stress away, literally. And we run, we jump, roll, dance it out. Just take a movement break, stretch, put on music, let your body lead. Hey, like, and think, like, do something fun, like take up something you've never done before safely, like skateboarding at 40. See what happens. I mean, with proper safety gear, but just have fun with it, right? Who says you can't skateboard? Tony Hawk, hello, what? Number 4, they express emotions, then move on. Kids cry, pout, scream. It is. Then 5 minutes later, they're back to laughing. Give yourself permission to fully feel. Don't stay stuck in it. Emotions are just passing clouds. Okay. Just let it go, right? But just know, just emotions. Number 5, they get curious, not critical. That was a part of our other thing, right? A child sees the world with wonder instead of judging the struggle. They get curious about it. Ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? What can I explore here? Don't get so in your head though. Don't like get over analytic about it. But remember, your inner child isn't gone. It's just waiting for permission, to help you get through it. So when you have a playful, what? Let me ask you that. What playful habit do you think you'd like to try first? So when you need alignment, you can pull from gratitude list. That will help you get started. And sometimes it helps you give the ability and leads you into relaxation, and just say, and just remember, like, I am super grateful for whatever, blank. And I love how, visualizing this leads into that, you have that meditation and relaxation. And it's giving me strength in this moment. And then you have the pivot of power, power to pivot. I hope this has helped you today. Everyone, stay on your game, and strength lies within. Take care.